What's up, guys? So next in our recovery series is gonna be probably one of the most under, not undertrained, but it's under foam rolled uh, muscles in the body, and it's tiny, but it's gonna make a big impact on you if you're feeling tight. You know, it can make your posture bad, make your butt sore, back sore, front. It can even make your knees hurt a little bit. So let's get into it. The muscle we're going to be working today is your TFL, your tensor fascia latae. That's the one. Okay, so it's located in the front of your hip, right here. It connects to your the bony prominence of your hips right here. I think it's your iliac crest. Okay, so front of the hips, and it's going to connect down into your IT band. So that's one of the debates that massage therapists, physical therapy people, guys, they get into is can you lengthen or massage, work on ETC, the IT band, iliotibial band. Okay, I say you could probably warm it up, loosen it up a little bit, but as far as like lengthening it, it's literally thick ass part of fascia. So like you say you eat a little steak, that whitish silvery part, that's kind of like the connective tissue. You try to bite that thing all you want, it's not going to go anywhere. Or that the gross part of the chicken, the drumstick that kind of hangs off, that's their IT band. It kind of connects, and it's like it's not going to go anywhere, you know, that connective tissue. So instead of kind of wasting our time on the IT band, where it's up for debate if you could fix it or not, we're going to work on the muscle that connects to it. Okay, so that's another thing I like to mention to like my students or my clients training or massage, is to look up the muscle that you're having problems with. Okay, you want to have a general knowledge of anatomy, especially if you're a martial artist. You got to know how your body functions if you really want to fix it. Okay, so you're going to look up the muscle, type it into Google, and then you're going to type in the origin and the insertion of the muscle. Okay, so the origin, where it comes from, and what it connects to. So that's really important. And that's going to tell you the function of the muscle. Okay, so it's going to bring you up this way, internally rotate, and kind of move out this way, kind of turn the knee. Okay, and then raise the knee. Okay, so flexion, abduction. So let's get into it. So to release this thing, we're gonna have to get onto the mat, but you can choose a softer. This is like a legit foam roller. It's all foam. This one, it has PVC inside with a little bit of foam on the outside. If you've never done this before, it's really gonna hurt. But I kind of would recommend you doing the PVC version, because you might have trouble finding it on this one. And as soon as you get on this one, you're gonna feel it. Okay, so let's go down. Boom. Okay, so now that we're on the mat, let's work on our TFL. So yeah, like I said, connects in here, goes down to the IT band, but let's get you to feel it so you can really understand where it's at. Okay, so just go ahead and lay on your side, relax. You're gonna point your thumb forward, fingers back. Okay, and you go put your feet together like this, and then you're just all you're gonna do is kind of rest this thumb, give it a little bit of pressure. Don't dig into it, but you're just gonna raise this top leg. Okay, so you should feel something tensioning up in here. Okay, that's where you know where the TFL's at. Okay, so it's not completely on the side of you. It's not completely in front. It's a little bit to that magic number, that 45. Okay, so this is where it is. Boom. So it's gonna connect from the top of your hip to kind of about here. It's past that past your socket of where your bone connects in that hip. Okay, so it's here. Okay, so now when we're gonna work on it, you're gonna put this straight. Okay, that's what I want you to do. You're gonna come forward this way. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it in the front to start, and then I'm gonna come off to the side. Okay, and then I like to step up on this side, framing on my forearm. Okay, here. So you want to start a little bit above, and then I want you to roll onto it. Boom. Now I feel it. Okay, it's a really sharp you shouldn't really do it to like pain, but if this thing's tight on you, it's gonna hurt, so it's okay. As long as you like, you should have that kind of intuition if you're gonna hurt yourself. But it's just really tight usually, that's all it is. So when I come into here, foot's flat. If you leave the leg you're working on flat down on the floor, it might hurt a little bit more. So what I like to do is just pick it up, pick the toes up. Okay, so once I get on the spot where I feel it, okay, so another thing too, a lot of people, guys, I see on the foam rollers, they just kind of go up and down, they roll on the foam roller. But another good thing to do to find the little nooks and crannies of the muscle, especially with the bones and all the good stuff in there, is instead of just going up and down, I want you to rock forwards and backwards. And now I really feel it coming forward a little bit. Okay, so I'm picking up the toes, and I'm just going to draw a little bit of circle. Okay, so as you come back down, as I drop it here, that's when I feel it. Okay, so that's another way to kind of just ease into it. Draw little circles. You can go inside circles, outside circles, just to loosen up this muscle. Okay, so I'm going to do it here. Little circles, and relax. Little circles, and you can kind of move up and down. Okay, as you go on it, as you're lengthening, relaxing your TFL muscle. Okay, once we get in there and it stops hurting as much, and you can kind of sit on it, what I want you to do to fully release it is you're gonna kind of flex into it. So when I come down this way, so just like we did to feel it, I kind of push up, right, to flex it. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do like some proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. Okay, so it's just a fancy word for just gonna flex the muscle and then release it as we're putting pressure on it, and it's gonna help you release that muscle, help your nervous system relax. Okay, so as you come into it, I'm pushing into it, I'm flexing the muscle, okay, and then I just relax, and then I let myself sink into it, and I'll feel it. Okay, go a couple, maybe 10 seconds. Make sure you breathe because it's pretty intense. Okay, and then you're gonna push into it again. 5 seconds maybe, and then relax. And now, that was only the second time I did it, and it feels a lot better. I still feel it, but it's not as intense. Okay, so you kind of want to just work that all the way down. So, number one, get on the muscle. Number two, once you find it, kind of ease your way into it with these little circles. Okay, once it feels not as intense, then I want you to flex into it, and then relax, and let your body kind of sink into it. Okay, that's the little secret of releasing this TFL. So pretty much why you would do this is, you're running, biking, you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're kicking the bag, you're sparring Muay Thai. These hip flexor muscles are going to get really tight on you. So a couple videos back, we're working on our kicks right now. We're doing a little kick series. So with that teep, if your teep feels like really tight and you feel like you can't get your knee up at least hip level and shoot that teep out straight, that's probably you got a tight TFL. It's gonna, once you loosen this thing up, it's gonna feel like butter, man. It's just gonna be flying out nice and smooth. Okay, so this is gonna help with your teeps, your kips, helping you turn your hip over. And jiu-jitsu is gonna help with your rubber guard. If you play that and you be real tight, it's gonna allow you to kind of bring everything nice in it. Because if things tight, it's gonna be kind of annoying. It might hurt you a little bit as you bring this guy in. Okay, so all around, just a rule of thumb: if you're kind of going over a muscle and it hurts, it means there's some type of dysfunction. You should be able to kind of dig in a little bit without it like hurting. So if it hurts a lot, it means you gotta work it out. Sucks, but it's gonna help you a lot in the long run. Okay, so Saikou MMA, part of our recovery series. We'll be back with something else soon.